I've been governor for 4.5 years, and I've had 9 weather-related emergencies in 4.5 years. My father was governor for 12 years, and he had 11. The emergencies during my father's term were basically heavy snowfalls. Nothing new, but they were worse, and they were dangerous. I have had hurricanes, tornadoes, floods in places where they never happened before. I've been in houses that have stood for over 100 years and never had a drop of water in the basement and are now washed away. 7 feet of snow fell at one time in Buffalo, an historic high in Buffalo, and that's saying something. Hurricane Sandy that we all experienced, which was just unprecedented. Climate change is a reality, and not to address it is gross negligence by government and irresponsible as citizens. We know what needs to be done. We just need the political will to do it.
Thousands of people are being ordered today to evacuate from parts of South Carolina. They got 11 trillion gallons of rainfall in the Carolinas over the last few days. It blew through the once-in-a-thousand-year level, and now they're trying to calculate. Of course, all the statistics are off now. It wasn't that long ago that my hometown of Nashville had a once-in-a-thousand-year rainfall. Earlier this year, Houston, Texas, got more rainfall in 2 days than the entire flow of Niagara Falls for 2.5 days. Why is this happening over and over and over again? Meanwhile, California, our largest state, is in 97% in a drought, half in an exceptional drought. Their reservoirs are empty. Sao Paulo, the largest city in the Western Hemisphere, in an epic, historic multi-year drought. 140 cities in Brazil in rationing. Southern Africa in a record drought. We're seeing the sea level rise not only in southern Florida. Fish were swimming in the streets of Fort Lauderdale this past week. Norfolk, the largest naval base in the world, is going to have to move because of sea level rise. Bangladesh, millions already on the move. We see these refugees. Of course, there are multiple causes, but why is it that the Pentagon warned 2 years ago that we're going to see refugee crises because of climate enhancement? There was a climate-related historic drought in Syria from 2006 to 2010. And in WikiLeaks, they released the internal conversations of the Syrian officials saying, we can't handle this. 60% of the farms destroyed, 80% of the livestock killed, 1.5 million climate refugees driven into the cities, and the officials are saying, what are we going to do? This is going to cause an explosion. And yes, there are other factors, but all of the experts are saying that this is just a taste of what would come if we don't get our arms around this and get busy and solve this. We are putting 110 million tons of global warming pollution into the atmosphere every single day. And it's just a thin shell surrounding the earth, and it's mounting up. We tell the big polluters, you want a free sewage system for your waste? Just spew it into the atmosphere free of charge. It's kind of like a giant sewer. We don't care. The cumulative amount of man-made global warming now traps as much extra heat energy every day as would be released by 400,000 Hiroshima-class atomic bombs exploding every 24 hours. It's a big planet, but that is a lot of energy. Most of it goes into the oceans, and one of the main reasons why Superstorm Sandy was as strong as it was it passed over ocean waters 9 degrees Fahrenheit warmer than normal on its way to New York City and New Jersey. Super Typhoon Haiyan 1 year ago, same thing as it crossed the Pacific toward Tacloban, 4 million refugees. Pope Francis went there right afterwards and talked about the climate crisis, and he made a moving speech at the United Nations. It was wonderful, and we've seen President Obama take leadership, and we've seen Shell withdraw its drilling venture in the Arctic. We are winning this contest. We are winning this struggle. We are going to prevail.